Happy Friday night, everyone. This is Dana here with Love Soul the Flowers, and we are going to be doing a really cute craft tonight. I'm just going to wait for some of you guys to join us. Hopefully you're not out partying on a Friday night. We're ready to craft. So I've got something fun tonight. I do want to just remind you all that our website is lovesoultheflowers.com, and we are having a sale right now up to 70% off. So if you missed our flash sales and Black Friday sales and everything, we've got a 70% off one going, and it's on certain items there. So you're going to go check that out. You do not need a coupon code. It automatically comes off. We also have a few things in the dyed flower tab that is new. So first of all, we have a new assortment, and it's the peacock assortment, and that's like teals and blues and a bright orange, and those are so fun. It's been a very common color scheme that people have been using. So check that out. That's under the dyed assortments. And then we also have some of the colors as just one set of one color. So you guys have been asking for that so that you can kind of create your own mix of colors. So we are doing dozens of the flowers that are all in one color. So it's multiple styles of flowers, sizes, and all that jazz, but it is one color, so that way you can mix and match some colors and make your own assortments as you need. So check that out. And again, that is like a separate tab. It says dyed. If you go into Soul of Flowers, you're going to see dyed flowers, and you'll see the assortments and all that kind of good stuff. So check those out. That's a little bit new going on. Again, the sale's up to 70% off. We do keep these videos obviously on the business page, but they're sometimes hard to search through, so we put them on YouTube. Our channel is youtube.com/lovesoultheflowers. You can check us out there and search through videos that way. All of our videos end up there. They're not live, obviously, but you can still comment there. But if you comment on this live, even if it's replay, we will answer your questions by typing a comment back to you. So if you do have questions but you missed the live, don't worry. You can still ask them. We will definitely answer you either way. And then we have our community group. That's where you can share your photos of things you're doing, get advice, all that good stuff. And that is facebook.com/groups/lovesouloflowers. So that is all the goodies that we've got going on right now, sales and new stuff and all of our pages. But we're going to get into crafting tonight. And I try to come up with things that maybe, you haven't seen very often. A lot of times crafts kind of float around Facebook and all that kind of stuff, and you can figure out how to do it with Sola. But I try to come up with ideas maybe, and sometimes maybe they're a little off the wall, but sometimes they're winners. But this one is really cute, and it's great for Christmas for teachers, and for quick gifts for people, and even just for your own desk if you're a crafter. So let me show you. We have a few ways to use this craft tonight. So let me show you my little concoction here I've got going on. So what I have is a wood round. That's what they're called, wood rounds. It's like a little slab cut off. It can be as big as you want it to be. Again, I'm making this kind of for a desktop, especially because people need teachers' gifts for Christmas. So I thought this was kind of good for that. So I did a small round. And then I have a mason jar, and I just whitewashed it so it looks a little snowy for the holidays. And I attached them with a paint stirrer. You can use things like tongue depressors or whatever, but I'm using a paint stirrer that I cut, and I just hot glue them. The hot glue is strong enough to hold it because you're not going to be whipping it around. It's for decoration. So it's pretty, solidly on there. So I have that attaching it so that it's that. Now, this can be used if you're a crafter, if you want to give this to a fellow crafter. It can be used to hold your supplies like scissors or, glue sticks, those kind of things. Again, good for teachers for their pens, pencils, rulers, things like that. Or you can use a candle and use it as a candle holder. So this one is kind of a tall candle, but you can put one down low, a flicker light, and it'll flicker through the whole thing. So there's kind of multiple options to do with this actual concoction thing I made. But now we're going to do the fun part, the decorating of the wood slab. I thought it's something cute that you can do very easily, super duper quickly. And it's kind of a little funny, okay? So I'm going to show it to you in a minute. Or maybe I shouldn't. Should I not show you what I'm making? Or should I show you the final product first? What do you want to see? Do you want to see the final product? Or do you want to just make it with me as we go and then you'll see what it is? Let me know. You're going to answer me. I'm going to wait for some of you to answer. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you these little things that I made. These are marshmallows. But they're not real marshmallows, but they certainly look real. I almost tricked my kids. I had to run in and yell for them not to eat them because they really, really look like marshmallows. So if you saw our last week's tutorial, I did a cup of cocoa, and I had told you that, oh, maybe I'll make marshmallows. So I did do marshmallows. And how you make your marshmallows, final product? Okay, Amanda, I will show. Okay, I'll show it to you in a minute, but let's just talk about the marshmallows real fast because this is part of the final. So it's like a foam air dry modeling clay. So it dries squishy like a marshmallow. It literally feels like a marshmallow. Like, you need to warn people they are not real marshmallows. So we sat there the other night, my whole family, we sat while we were watching like Christmas shows, made these little baby marshmallows. So basically you're just going to form them in your hand and squeeze the little things, ends to make them flat on them, and you can make little baby marshmallows, and you can use them for a lot of different crafts. But if you're going to buy the air dry modeling clay, foamy stuff, obviously in white, if you're doing it for this, use the whole package at one time, because although there's like a zip on it and it's supposed to seal it back up and you're supposed to be able to use it again, a lot of times it dries out and then you just end up throwing it out. So basically we had to use the whole package and made like 1,000 little marshmallows. But now I've got them for every type of craft I could ever think about. But they're so cute. So that's going to be part of our thing. So let me just show you what's going to be. I didn't attach this round that I'm going to show you in a second to the thing because it was a sample one. But we're going to make a little snowman roasting a marshmallow over a fire. And I think it's funny because snowmen next to fires is a little funny because they shouldn't be near fires, right? But I thought it was something cute. He's holding his little stick with his marshmallow with a fire and some little trees, and I decorated him up. And you can decorate him however you want, but I'm going to show you how I did this. But there's so many things you can add to him to make him extra special. But I'm going to make this over here. He's so cute. But this is cute even just like this as a decoration. But this way you can put the candle behind him or put other stuff behind him. But I'm going to show you how to make him. He's super easy, super cheap to make, which is also nice because, you know me, I like cheap things because when you try to resell things, or even if you're just making gifts, you want to save money, you know, keeping your supplies down, but making something cute is always fun. So I've got shell flowers. They're called shells, and I've got 3-inch and I've got 2-inch ones, and that's all I'm going to need for the flowers for his body. For the fire, I got a Ramona. This is a Ramona. It's a 3-inch Ramona. I dyed it red, and then I took my paintbrush and then just splashed it with orange to make it look like a campfire. Okay? So that's a Ramona, if anyone's looking. You can do, again, just depending on the size of your round, you could do the 3-inch or a 2-inch and make that your fire. So let's start. I don't really need many supplies actually for this to put it together, but I'm just going to put my glue at the bottom and kind of up the back so that I can sit it down on the round, and also I'm going to need a little more on the bottom here. Sit it on the round and against that thing in the back too. Okay, so that's going to be the first part of his body. Maybe I should have cut his nub off. Yeah, I might need to cut his nub off. I'm going to take him back off. Sorry. I'm going to take him back off because I want to make more room for the fire. The fire can go on the edge, but I'm just going to let it dry real fast because I'm going to do the nub off. I didn't even think about it, wanting to press it so close. Yeah, it's going to be very cute. So I'm going to just cut this as flat as I can make it so I can press it further against my cup. Okay, gluing it back again. Yeah, see, now it sits nice and flat. I should have cut that first. All right. My first one didn't have as big of a nub, so I didn't have to do anything. Plus, I wasn't pressing it against the glass So I've got my largest one, obviously my 3-inch shell flower down on the bottom. I'm gonna just let it dry before I press the next one on there. Okay, and then I'm gonna do my next one. So, you know, Sola flowers, you know, they're handmade. They're not machine cut. And so they're not all, you know, exactly a measurement, you know, like 2-inch, 3-inch, whatever. They're a little bit, you know, give or take little smidges here because, again, they're not machine cut. So it's not an exact science type of thing. So, you know, these are both considered 2 inches, but I'm just using the one that looks a little bit smaller to be the head and the one that's a little bit larger to be the body. So I'm just going to put my last final. Now, again, I can put a candle. A candle might be cute even because I've got the fire, you know, going on the other side. So you just slip it in behind it. Or again, if you want to use him to store your glue sticks, if you have a crafting friend who likes to store things, it's just something that makes it cute in the front. A little flicker light though would be cute as a little candle holder. So I'm just gonna let him dry for 1 second and then we're gonna add our fire. So again, this is a Ramona if you did not see the beginning part of our video. It's a Ramona that's 3 inches and I'm gonna put that in front of my snowman as a fire. It's so funny because I always think like what snowman's gonna be over roasting a marshmallow over a fire when he's made out of snow, but these snowmen are special snowmen. Okay, so that's my fire in front of him. Oop, I got a glue string. Then I've got eucalyptus. This is spiral eucalyptus, and I thought the spiral eucalyptus looked like little trees if you stand them upright. So I'm gonna put some glue and I just trimmed it so that there's like no stem at the bottom. It's just got the leaves so that I can glue it directly to my wood. Now I just gotta turn it so I can see. And I'm gonna make it on one side where it looks like a little forest in the background. Again, you're gonna wanna get rid of your nub so that it can go flat down on the wood round like that. Sorry guys, I gotta look at it my way first and then I can turn it. Okay, so it looks like a little tree forest. All right, a little snowman on a fire. Here, let me put him in the view so that you can see him. Okay, so then we're going to, so we've got the fire, we've got the greenery. Now we need his little stick and his marshmallow. So what we're gonna do is the tail stems that we sell, this is one of the natural stems. I'm gonna take a little piece and I'm gonna make it on an angle so that it's got a point on it so that we can just stem our little marshmallow. So let me find the best marshmallow. And if you're super creative and you want to even get a little bit of black paint or a little bit of brown paint and toast your marshmallow by making it a little singed, that would be cute too. But I'm just stemming him. So this is my little stick with my marshmallow, and I'm going to just glue it across the body of my snowman. So as you can see, follow along here, it's the stick right there. Oop, my glue stick. And I'm just going to put a row of glue and I'm going to stick it right across the body of my snowman because he doesn't really have hands, but, and I usually just wipe the excess glue off with my hand here, but all right, let me show you up close. Okay, so he's got his stick and his marshmallow. Okay, and the fire in the front. You could even, if you do a big round, you could even have multiple snowman around the fire and maybe even put a few flowers and have the candle like coming in the middle so it looks like they're holding their marshmallows over the fire, like there's those big circle rounds. And that would be cute too if there was multiple ones trying to get there. And they could all be holding them a little bit differently. So now we're just gonna do his scarf and his little earmuffs. Now for noses and eyes, there's so many different things you can use. Obviously little buttons or pins that are black for eyes would work. And so, you know, there's a bunch of different options for you to do a face on him. You know, little piece of felt for a carrot nose. So I have my yarn. It's kind of a thick yarn, and I'm just gonna tie it around his neck like a little scarf. Okay, and you can fray. See how I kind of opened up the edge of one, so you can kind of fray the edge a little bit to make it a little wider. I'll turn him around, even though you can see this guy. So I'll turn him around so you can see. Okay, and of course you can do ribbon. You could do any color. All right, so we've got him with a scarf now. And now we're just gonna do his little ear muffs. And it's got a pipe cleaner and then the little yarn ball. So I'm gonna show you how to make those. So we're gonna take our pipe cleaner. And again, you could do whatever color you're wanting to do. I'm gonna trim my pipe cleaner. And I'm gonna hold it over his head. I'm gonna show you this way. I'm gonna show you over his head. You're gonna wanna make it long enough to go down nice and tight. And we're just gonna make a little ball at the end of each with our pipe cleaner. Again, you can do red and green. My daughter likes teal, so I thought it would do teal. So you see how it's gonna be on his head? We're gonna glue it, so don't worry, but first I just wanna measure it. Now I'm gonna take a little piece of yarn, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a glue dab. Why can't I think of the word I was gonna say? But we're gonna put a little dab of glue, and we're gonna put the piece of yarn in that glue, and we're just gonna spin it around till we have like a little ball, and we're gonna seal it off with a little glue. Okay. So that it's a little puff ball. Now you can use pom-poms if you can find the small enough pom-poms. Because those would be cute. But this is a good way for me to be able to match my little scarf perfectly. All right, I'm gonna do it on the other side again. So I'm gonna cut off another piece of little yarn. And we're gonna just wrap the other end. Made these little ear muffs. You could do little hats. You can be creative on how you wanna make your actual snowman look. Once you've got his body there, you know, it's not that hard to come up with little bitty things to put. Isn't it cute? The yarn is a little bit, you know, messy with the glue, but if you learn how to tame it a little bit. But pom-poms are probably easier, but you have to find the right size for the head of this. Okay, so here's my little, let's get the glue strings off of it. Here's my little earmuffs. Okay, I'm gonna turn him around so I can put the earmuffs on his head right, because I would hate for him to have like super uber crooked earmuffs. So I'm just gonna put a dot of glue on either side of his head where the earmuffs are gonna sit. And again, you can use little black beads for his eyes. You can use a little orange felt for his nose. I like to not use a lot of accessories that aren't flowers or organic, besides, like, you know, obviously we need to give him a scarf and that can't be anything else. But for the face, you can come up with maybe some, maybe like a berry or something like that, even to use, and it's more organic. But look how cute he is. And again, you can put a candle. Let me show you a candle. You could put your things. You can put even a votive candle behind him if you don't want to do a whole mason jar. I did a mason jar because I thought teachers with all their supplies in it. But if you're wanting it as a candle thing, you can do like a low votive. The lights are so bright, you're not gonna be able to see it glowing. But again, I just thought, what about quick, you know, teacher's gifts, because that's always was my big thing. But you can put, you know, if you have an art teacher, this is cute for like an art teacher. Yeah, you can just do a bunch of things to store. Again, storing it, or candles. Or again, you don't even have to, I'll show you what it looks like again. This is without even anything on it. It could just be a little placeholder even. If you, you know, some people get really creative around Christmas and Thanksgiving and everything with like table numbers, even like with their own family. If you want to have like a little nameplate or a number. If you're having a wedding that is, you know, winter themed, you can have this be where they get their names or their table numbers, and they can keep them. So there's a bunch of different things you can do with this little guy, but I just thought it was so cute. He's roasting his little marshmallows. I got obsessed with making marshmallows and using marshmallows, and so I thought how cute it would be if he was roasting it, especially him being a snowman next to a fire in a little forest. And so I hope that you enjoy this craft. You could even, you know, make mini ones, snowmen, and do with just the stick and not the whole fire setup, and use them as ornaments, those kind of things. So get creative with your, especially with these shell flowers. Not everyone loves to use them as like, you know, a rose in a bouquet, but they are great for things like snowmen. So that is what we got. So again, you can have one with attached on it so that you can put your pencils and all that kind of stuff in it, or you can have a little freestanding guy. But it would be cute too to do a large round where multiple ones, and then maybe put the candle, flicker candle, in the center of the fake fire, and have it look like there's like a little family roasting marshmallows. And that could be a full centerpiece if you get big, if you make a whole bunch of little guys. That would be really cute too. So I just hope you like this craft. Again, I was trying to think of quick and easy and cheap teacher's gifts that you can do, pass out to multiple people, or just even keep on your own desk if you want to zhuzh it up. If you have an office desk and want to have a pencil holder, pen holder, that's cute. This is a good way to do it. So that's it. I hope you guys have a really great weekend, a good Friday night, and check out again our sale up to 70% off on our website, lovesoloflowers.com, as well as checking out our other videos. If you missed the cocoa video that used the chocolate things that you can put these marshmallows on, that was last week's tutorial, and that's already on YouTube, so you can check that out there too. All right, everyone, have a really great night, and we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.